Hello everyone, my name is Martin Medeiros and I'll be your instructor for Econ 1, Microeconomics. And I just want to take this time to go over the course and what to expect on a week-to-week basis. I'm not going to be covering any content in this video. I just want you to understand what's expected of you and that there's no surprises as we go through this course. Now, there's no better place to start than with the course syllabus. Now, the course syllabus is posted at the top of our course site on Canvas, and I'll show you where that is in a bit. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scroll down to the course schedule. That's on page 3, course schedule. And you can see I have everything laid out on a week-to-week basis. And I show you what chapters we're going to be covering for that week. And I also show you the due dates for the assignments for that week. Now, one of the things that these due dates have in common is that they're all on a Sunday. So there's always something due on a Sunday. And there's something due every week, with the exception of these holidays, MLK holiday, President's Day, and spring break. And there's also an exception for week 1. I don't have anything due on week 1 because I'm allowing people to add in late. But week 1 data is going to be covered on the 26th, which is a Sunday. So again, all assignments are due on a Sunday. So let's take week 1, for example. So here we have week 1, right here. And you could see what, and by the way, when you go to our course site, I recommend that you navigate by just going to the course home and looking at the assignments on a week-to-week basis rather than going to assignments. When you do that, it's not as clear as what is due. So just go course home and go to the week that we're in, and you can navigate it that way. This way is most clear. So first of all, I give you a to-do list, and that basically lists the learning objectives for this week and tells you what's going to be due. And after you look at the learning objectives, I give you the reading assignment. And again, that's going to be chapter 1, reading assignment, and the book is listed in the syllabus in terms of which textbook you need. And then after you read the chapter, you could watch a lecture I recorded on that chapter. Now, I've also uploaded the slides I use in that lecture. So basically how you do it is you read, and then you watch my lecture. Once you've done that, now you're prepared to do the activities to complete. And there's really 3 types of activities. Video questions, quizzes, and discussion threads. And now, I don't have a discussion thread every week, but I do have video questions and quizzes every week. And that's going to be based upon the material that you read about in chapter 1. And look at the due dates, the 26th, this is on a Sunday. So again, we cover something, and then that coming Sunday is a due date. Now these video questions, they're basically just what they say. It's a video, so I'm going to click on this link right here, say take the quiz. And you're required to watch one video and then answer only one question on that video. Now basically, these are very easy to answer. I'm not trying to trick you. What I'm trying to do is give you an incentive to watch these videos all the way through, because these videos are going to help you on the quizzes and the exams, which I'm going to be covering later. So there's a video question that you have to answer. And in this case, I have 2 video questions. And then you move on to the weekly quizzes. Now, this is the weekly quiz on chapter 1. Now, in week 1, I have 2 other quizzes based upon what I'm covering right now and the syllabus. And academic integrity, what I expect of you in terms of academic honesty. So there are 3 quizzes due. But this quiz is going to be 10 questions on the material that you read about and the material that you viewed in these video questions. And that's, again, they're all due on a Sunday. And again, the one exception is if you go to week 3, I have a discussion thread here, as well as the video questions and quizzes. And again, this discussion thread is due on a Sunday, just like the other assignments. Now with discussion threads, please respond to the discussion thread well before the due date. So in other words, this is Sunday, February 2nd. If you respond at 10 p.m. on Sunday, you're not going to get full credit. I'll give you, if it's a really good post, I'm going to give you 9 out of 10 points. Most likely 8 out of 10. And the reason why I don't give full points for last minute submissions is because people don't read last minute submissions. Other students, when it's so close to the end of the week, they're already moving on to the next week. And that kind of defeats the point of the discussion threads. So please try to respond by Saturday if you want full credit for these discussion threads. Now, that covers our reading assignment, our activities to complete, which are video questions, discussion threads, and quizzes, all due on a Sunday. The only other thing that you have to think about are the exams. So let me go back to the quiz. You could see here I have an exam schedule. And basically we have 4 exams. You could think of 3 midterms and a final. And the exam 1, all of these are going to be taken online, by the way. So exam 1 is going to be due on week 6, and I give you 2 days to complete it. So these exams are timed. In each exam, you get 2 hours, 120 minutes. And so when the 22nd rolls around, this exam will open up, and you'll have until the 23rd at midnight to complete an exam on chapters 1 through 3. Now, come week 10, we've got exam number 2 that's going to cover chapters 6 through 9, and again, you'll have 2 days to complete this timed exam. Now, these materials are going to be very similar to the weekly quizzes. So the weekly quizzes are going to be a great study tool, as well as the book and video questions. And there are going to be 4 exams altogether. Now, what are all of these things worth? Well, if you go to the page 2 here, the video questions, the weekly quizzes, the weekly quizzes, not the video questions, are 10%. So I've got about 14 quizzes, each with 10 questions. So that's 140 questions, but cumulatively, they're only worth 10%. Because think of these more as a study tool for the exams. The same thing for the video questions. I've got about 20 video questions throughout the course, and collectively they're only worth 10%. Oh, right here, 10%. Same thing with the discussion threads. I have about 4 discussion threads. Collectively, they were 10%. So these 3 things, 30%. Now, the exams are going to be worth more. So the first exam by itself, one exam, 20 questions, is going to be worth 15% of your grade, right? Same thing with exam 2, but exams 3 and 4, they're even more valuable, 20% each. So that's how we're going to work it. Now, some of you are going to want to do extra preparation for the exams, and feel free to email me questions if you have. But I'm also going to have weekly office hours. So if you go to the top here, you can see office hours. I'm going to have office hours on Wednesday nights from 7 to 8 p.m. I'm going to be using Zoom. Zoom is kind of like Skype. And if you need more information on how to access Zoom, I have that at the very bottom of the syllabus right here. How to access it right here. Now, if you go to the class site, you go to the top of the class site, and you go under contact information, you're going to see the link to my Zoom session. So basically, come Wednesday at 7, you come on here, and you could join in and ask any questions that you would like, let's say about the quizzes, the exams, or whatever. So now, you don't have to only wait for the weekly office hour. You could email me and schedule a an appointment if you want, and we could get together on the phone or via Zoom if you like. But I just want to let you know that I have a weekly office hour ready to go. Also, when you email me, I much prefer that you use my Gmail account rather than my Chabot email address. The reason why is when you email me through Chabot or through Canvas, I've got to use Microsoft Outlook to view that email, and I don't have access to Microsoft Outlook when I'm away from home. If you send this to my Gmail account, professor.economics@gmail.com, I can get those emails on my phone and I can respond to you much more quickly. So if you do choose to email me through Canvas or through my Chabot email address, you won't get the same timely response as you get with emailing me through my Gmail account. Okay? So that's all for now. Again, any questions, you please email me. Now, the one thing I want to cover too is late assignments. There are no late assignments. So you have to submit all of your assignments by the due date, no exceptions. Now, if you do have a medical emergency or a family emergency, if you contact me before the due date, there can be exceptions made. I could extend the deadline only if you contact me before the deadline. If you contact me after the deadline, I cannot reopen a quiz because the answers become available to everyone. So I just want to let you know that these due dates are pretty rock solid. Now, I will have extra credit. If you go to the very last quiz, week 17, this quiz is for extra credit. So if you do miss a quiz or a video question, you can make it up with this extra credit. So I just want to let you know. Okay? That's all for now, and I look forward to interacting with you throughout this term.